Morning guys, it's Carl from Studio Incar. It's a lovely cold morning this morning. Nice and early. We'll come in and because I missed the initial turning up of this vehicle, slightly different today. We've got Rob's 2020 Crafter, so similar system to our usual systems, you know, good recipe, but we're in a much bigger van. So I'm going to just show you around it now. We're taking out the OEM head unit. We're going to fit the Sony XAV-AX5550D, which is this one. And we've got, you know, things like new door baffles, new door speakers, the Audison Voce, well, the K6 component set, and yeah, the AV1.1 tweeters. The doors are being deadened. I'm pretty sure there's 3mm liner on the back of these now, and then the actual doors themselves have been deadened. You know, nothing ludicrous, because this isn't a sort of SQ sort of build. It's just, you know, full outer door skin, as you can see through. I don't know if you can see it through the hole there, and it should be up the top as well. And then this sort of membrane section removed. The majority of the dashboard's out at the moment. So we've got signal up to the head unit. We've got all the conversion fascia and loom. What will probably happen is, as you can see, there's already cables in here. So I think Stuart's done with his network in the system. We'll have an F8.9 bit in here, and we were going to have the sub box in here as well, but the AP10 won't fit, and it won't fit under the driver's seat. What we want is a kind of seamless fit. So we're going to put the AP8 and we're going to put it in under the driver's seat. So that'll be look at the size of this thing there. It's massive, long, well, I don't know if it's, yeah, long wheelbase, high top crafter. It's a beast. Belongs to a guy called Rob, who we've been kind of, between social media and forums, we've known each other for quite a long time. So it feels quite cool that he's finally here and yeah, having his work done. This one's not finished yet. We've had a bit of a snag with the door catcher. We've got a new one coming for that. And then yeah, so your sub box will be through here. You know, your cables will come through to in a neat area once we've got the sub box in there. Seat back in, then we've got bass. So we'll have the Sony doing the source, the AP-F8.9 under the bench there, the subwoofer under the seats here, the 1.1s in the pillars in this have a tweeter like mounting point anyway, and the K6 in the door. I'd heard a rumour that these were 5-inch mid bass, the 2020s. That's nonsense. They're 6, typical 6.5. I'll see if I can dig one out for you. It's a bit of a mess in here at the moment. I'll tell you what is different though with this than say the T5s and things like that is a lot more needs to come out of these than would come out of a T5 to do the typical installation. Let's see if I can find you a OEM speaker. So that's the OEM speaker from the 2020. It's just quite a conventional 6.5-inch mid bass, the type of thing you'd find in a Mark IV Golf from, you know, years ago. But this will be slightly larger. Its basket, you know, its outer basket will be slightly larger. The actual cone area itself, it's a 6.5-inch driver. So yeah, we'll carry on today. I'll get some images of the doors when they're together before the door cards go back on. Some shots of the amp and sub and stuff, because we've had to change the sub. We're about to order that one in because we typically keep the 10s in stock. We don't really keep the 8s in stock. That's not to say they're not any good. It's just that we don't typically, use them that often because the 10 is only a small amount larger, if that makes sense. But it'll be brilliant. You know, the caddy, if you saw the caddy on Instagram from Friday, that had a APBX8AS, the 8-inch active sub from Audison, and it was just it knocked. It was really cool, really basic, simple upgrade, but yeah, it was great. So yeah, I'll catch you the rest of it and talk you through a few bits of it. But it's a 2020 Crafter. Yeah. Jamie's finished putting the mid-bass speakers back in the doors. Let's get a look, shall we? So that's the Audison Voce K6 mid-bass, the AV6.5 in there. Denned out this this membrane section, custom baffles which are machine fit from the back. Yeah, it's got cord Sarsen cable in here. We've run out of speaker cable. Typically we don't fit Sarsen in to a particular level, so there's a lot of people getting free cord Sarsen upgrades this week, which is a result, I suppose, for everyone, apart from our expenditure. But yeah, our cable racks are looking a little bare at the moment. I don't know how I've let that slip, but yeah. There's that. There's these. Real nice high-end speaker cable. Stu's just told me for the fascia we're going to have to do some cutting and plastic welding and stuff, so don't know where it is right now, but yeah, I'm sure we'll get that sorted, get a little video of that, and yeah, away we go. So that's the mid basses, tweeters are going in now, door cards will be going on. Let's see what Stu's working on. What are you up to, Stu? Amp rack bass, so that'll be driver passenger seat, underneath passenger seat, in here. Should be able to see that in there in a short while, in a bit. Also, just quickly while I've got you, I wanted to address the whole van thing. A conversation I have quite a lot in here with people on the phone, or you know, even just friends and people that I know, is about vans. You know, oh, why would I want to spend that sort of money on my van? You know, it's my work van. You need to ask yourself where you spend most of your time. I have the opposite opinion to the majority of people that, you know, say that. You know, if you're in your van 2 or 3 hours a day and you're in your 911 for 45 minutes a week, where are you better off spending money in terms of listening to music and on a decent system? If you're into good sound, just ask yourself that question, because I can guarantee you what the answer will be. And it's a bit of a, you can see it when we explain it to people, or when I explain it to people, you know, it's a bit of a revelation, because it makes perfect sense. Of course you would spend money in that work vehicle because you're in it all the time. You know, you can enjoy what you've invested in, you know, tenfold over, say, your pride and joy, which, you know, also you can have good sound in, but it's just higher value for money, I would suppose, with you know, in the van. Anyway, heater's on, you can probably hear it, it's starting to warm up in here a bit now. I'm going to shoot, I'll capture the rest of what goes on today, and yeah, in a bit. Here's Jamie, look. Hello, mate.
I'll catch me up the story.
Alright. I mean, we can just about see its feet there. That's fixed in there. But it is underneath there. And then we've got this It wasn't there before. That is now a USB for the head unit. Now the head unit surround isn't in at the moment. As soon as that surround goes in, that'll all be cute, but we don't really do stuff like that until the very end. And I'll take you around the other side. Oh, hello, Jamie. And yeah, here we go with the amplifier is in there. Not much space taken up in here at all, really. But that's in there. Really nice. Tweeters up on the pillars. I think I've gone through them earlier in the video. And yeah, doors all done, doors all deadened. Yeah, that's a lovely job. So, set up this afternoon. Alright, Stu. Set up this afternoon, and yeah, off we go. And Rob will have some tunes in his van in a bit. There we go. Rob's crafter. It's all done. Let's have a little look around it. You're gonna have to excuse me today because it's one of those low sun, wintry days. So I don't know if you can see me. You'll certainly be able to see the van. We've got Lock J in the door. AV 1.1. Sony XAV-AX5550D. Running at the moment from Rob's phone via Bluetooth. Again, AV 1.1 K6. And then we've got Stewie's amp install under here, which is probably my favourite bit of the build. So that's an F8.9 Forza amplifier. It's actively running the front mid bass and tweeters, bridged, so they're getting plenty of power. And then you'll notice there's two power cables there, two fuses. So it's running an AP-8AS under the seat, over on the driver's side there. So we can't see that because it is just buried. It's really nice actually. It's a really cute install, and it's tucked right away. But as I said earlier in the video, vans are where most tradesmen and myself, to be fair, spend most of our time. So it really is where the stereo should be. Yeah, that's Rob's crafter. He's here now to pick it up, and yeah, off it goes. Super happy. Cheers.